Yo,
Hey, how you doing?
good. How are you, man?
I'm chilling. Been better.
Um, so you said, well, I think you said you were switching to mid lane.
No. I bought like two sessions, right? One of them I want to use for like learning mid lane, and the other one I want to kind of like fortify the fundamentals of top lane into my
Okay.
head because I laned against Adrian the other day.
Oh yeah, sweet, my
Yeah,
boy.
and I did get I didn't get to like really play the lane. I respected him too much, I feel, or there were times where I was aggressive, but I wasn't allowed to be aggressive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I kind of want to like there are going to be games where I'm like hard stomping after I get like two kills, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I want that to be like a more consistent thing. I don't want it to be
Yeah.
just limited to, oh, when I get two kills, I'm hard stomping. I
Mm-hmm.
want to be able to generate a lead even from like not getting any kills in lane, if that makes any sense. But like
Okay.
to do
Yeah.
that, I got to learn how to control the wave a lot better. I'm very aware of what I need to do. I think I sent you a Google Doc in the Metafy thing
Oh, did you?
of yeah.
Let me see.
Uh, I like sent a link for it.
Oh yeah, I see it here. Let me open it.
Yeah, and you should be able to see what I need help with.
Let's see. Oh, I don't have access to it though. Let me. I'll request access.
Oh, you need a request. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, I requested. All right, I sent it.
Now to find all the emails that I have used for Smurf accounts. Which one? Yeah, I think I shared it.
Okay, let me see. Yep, cool. All right, so champions I main. Riven, Camille, Fiora, Rayleigh, Gwen. Learning new champions. Don't know how to analyze the draft. When should I decide to dodge? What should I pick for each game? I don't have blind or safe picks. Okay. I don't really look at where the jungler starts. I don't know where the jungler would start because I don't place a ward. You don't have to place a ward to know where the jungler would start, but we'll talk about all this. Trade effectively. I'm just flipping a coin and hope I win. Die a lot in laning. Play for solo kills. Okay. Should I do if I solo kill my laner and have no HP to push, but it's in a bad spot? That's a common pain point. We'll talk about that. Oh, there's a lot of stuff on here. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but
Okay.
we can like go on over the course of a few weeks, of course.
Yeah. This will definitely be stuff that. So odds are, what's going to happen is we're going to be tackling this stuff kind of just naturally as we go through. And you could almost like check them off or whatever you want to do to like manage it, but we should end up covering almost everything. So
I got a YouTube video if you want to watch it. Like I
oh, you recorded your
recorded
gameplay?
myself. Yeah,
Oh yeah, sure. Let's start with that.
if that helps.
Yeah. Let me take a look. Especially at the elo that you're at. It's good for me to see what you're looking at.
Not looking at much, I'll tell you that. My map awareness next to 0. I did not level up that skill point.
Oh, that's not good. That's a
Yeah,
big one.
So I'm trying to like improve it, but don't know how to improve it. It's like
So
there's like a few clicks that I want to improve, right?
Mhm.
That I can definitely get a kill on or engage on, but if I don't click properly, I'm not gonna get there, right?
okay.
Here's the YouTube video. It was Camille versus Riven.
I see. Yeah, you're definitely what we call in the business kind of a coin flip player, right? And that's fine. That's normal, especially for the champ that you're playing in top lane. So let me. Oh, nice. This is the one versus Adrian. Perfect.
Unfortunately, ASIC got really upset at his support and he started pinging everything.
Yeah. Well, first of all, fuck ASIC. He's a fucking loser. Like seriously, if he's crying in your game, you just tell him to stop being a little bitch because he got some Twitter followers and he thinks he's important. So don't worry about him. This
Yeah,
is
I wasn't too worried. I thought it was still a good game to go over because I noticed a lot of lane mistakes, right? Something that I noticed between the difference between like Adrian's game, because I played against Adrian before and I beat him in lane before, but that was before the durability patch. But Adrian knows how to play even when there's like a big change like that, right?
yeah.
He knows his wave control and everything, and like whatever he needs to know about the game, he knows what to do. I don't.
Yeah, Adrian.
Oh
Well,
yeah, Adrian Riven also was one of the coaches that coached me before, so I
oh
have a lot
really?
of respect for him. Yeah,
Oh yeah. He's really 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 good. So he will know this matchup. No matter how well you think you know this matchup, he knows it he knows it better. So you're always gonna be at a disadvantage. Um, the good thing is you're playing versus the don't give a fuck Adrian. You know he's not trying to climb.
yeah.
He kind of is just playing to play. So
He had absolute wave control in this game, and that's something that I don't really have much of a clue on because I push the wave, right? And some games I'm gonna have like the push advantage, but then for whatever reason, I just randomly lose my push advantage because of a level 2 trade or something like that, right?
okay, yeah, we'll see
And
what happens.
something I learned recently actually was that in the games where certain champions beat you level 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can just walk with the wave and the casters will beat them up for you. That's something I learned recently. So that's like as far as my knowledge goes. I
Okay.
think I could have QQ'd here, auto QQ, if
Um.
I was decisive.
Well, so you're at an elo, where it's all about. Well, obviously, you're definitely missing some fundamentals, but the small things are really important. With the small things, I mean stuff where like you have grasp and she doesn't. So it's important here that what you should be trying to do is like this hit, yeah, and then you should be hitting the thing furthest away from her because you don't want to start trading until that grasp is ready to go, right?
Right.
So walking up like this, where your grasp
Isn't
isn't ready,
ideal. Yeah.
and you let her pop your bone plating like this. Luckily, you get a grasp proc there, but yeah, it's just like small stuff like that. Like make sure you're focusing on like step one, get that grasp going without getting all in, or without trading first. Try like at least try to, because that's gonna make the trade better. But yeah, you could have used QQ there, but this is okay. This is you still won the trade. You're in a good spot. You have the push. For now, we'll see. You should be autoing like constantly. Okay, we got grasp ready. Okay, so you're respecting her too much now. So you have grasp. She used Q there. So she only has one Q left, meaning, remember, she can't auto cancel. I mean, you play Riven. So
Yeah, she can't auto cancel.
and you have grasp. So you can walk up and hit her here. You should hit her here. But not yet, because basically all you did was give up your the lead or the because you won the first trade, meaning you actually have control of the lane at that point, right?
Yeah.
But you kind of just gave it up because you got scared, or what was the reason behind all this?
Well, before the durability patch, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I don't have shield or bone plating, she 100 to zeros me.
Right. If she
And if she got my bone plating and my shield, and that's what I'm like scared about. But
uh-huh.
now she can't do that. But
Right.
before she was able to do that, and it's like the match have changed kind of. So
Well, let's say this is before the durability patch. This concept is still the same, where it's she could 100 to 0 you if you walk up and you try to and she has Q ready and she Q auto, right? But if you're spacing right and she has to use her Qs to without the autos to get on top of you. So what I mean by that is like so look, she just used one, so that she can't. There's one auto cancel gone. So now she's gonna do it again. Or wait, no, she used two, I think, right there. Is this the second one? Let me see. Yeah, so there's the first one. So there, now the second one. Now you don't have to worry. She literally cannot do that.
yeah,
So this is where you want to hold your ground now. You can even see, I actually can't remember. I haven't played this matchup in so fucking long, but I believe you should be able to buffer your Q through her, like while she's in midair. You should be able to hit her.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, then you definitely should do that here. Because basically, with the way top lane works, whoever wins level 1 controls the lane for the first 3 levels. And you won the first level 1 trade. You just kind of gave it all away here. So from this point, now you kind of have to...
I guess I should, something that I should pay attention more to is, the cooldowns of, when I'm trading, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where, I was saying before, right? I don't trade because there's, a reason. I trade because I flipped a coin. There wasn't any thought that went across it. But the games where I do think about it, I do tend winning more.
Right? Oh, right. Yeah,
of course. But of course, I gotta know what I'm supposed to really look for when I'm trading, right? That's the question I've always had. But it's just such a vague topic, too. There's, so many answers.
Yeah, it's very, because there's so many factors. So, I mean, we can try to break this down and try to make it more sense. But we kind of touched on it for this one. So there's actually another thing at play here now that you press tab. She has Doran's shield, you have Doran's blade. That right there, if you guys are the same champ, you have Doran's blade, she has Doran's shield, right? In a trade, you're going to win. Sustain-wise, they will win, over time. But in a straight-up trade, you'll win. So that's one thing. You're not the same champ, though, so obviously. But so that's one factor. Next one is you have Grasp. She has Conquer, I believe. I think she has Conquer. Is that what she took this game? Yeah, I think I saw her have it.
Yeah, she took Conquer. Yeah.
So that means she wins an extended fight. But when she doesn't have Qs, or when she uses the first 2 Qs, that means she can't get an extended fight. It's not possible. You're just going to hit her with a Grasp proc. You're going to auto-Q her and then use the movement speed to run. So Grasp wins in a poke scenario. A very small trade. So you have the advantage there. So there's 2 spots that you have the advantage. And then now just when it comes down to just the abilities, both of your abilities. It's the same scenario with Conqueror versus Grasp. That's why you guys take the runes that you take. She wants to all in. You look for small little pokes with your Grasp and your auto and Q reset. Just auto Q, and then odds are you're not going to get the true damage. You might get auto Q auto or whatever. I mean auto Q Q. But point is, that's how you want to be thinking about your matchups and what each champion's win condition is.
That's something I want to work on. It's creating a game plan for the game. Something that I've noticed whenever you play, right? You tend to have a game plan for the certain game. At least a general idea of how you're going to play the first few levels, which are the most important levels, right? And I don't typically make game plans. I'm in La La Land half the time.
Right.
When I'm in how jungler is gonna interact, or how my matchup's gonna go. What are my win conditions for the matchup? What are their win conditions for the matchup?
Right.
Stuff like that. I would probably know if you asked me right now, how does this matchup go? But in the moment, I'm not thinking about it at all.
Okay.
Which is something I'm trying to improve on, but it's kind of need to have a sticky note in front of me. That's something that helps.
And it's all about taking it one game at a time for sure. Going into it, okay, this is what I'm gonna do this game. I'm gonna focus on this. I'm gonna go into the game, look at the matchup, try to break it down before it starts, and play towards that, game plan. If it goes wrong, find out why I went wrong. You'll learn a lot doing that.
Right. I focus on a whole bunch of things and get overwhelmed, and I end up doing none of them.
Right. Yeah, that's a really common issue, and that makes it really hard to learn. You got to tackle them one by one, and especially something like this that's actually really, really important. A really big concept that you can't just learn in a day. This is going to be something that takes practice and a lot of thinking. You have to really be disciplined with something like this. Like, someone like Adrian, I play like fighting games with him, so I actually I know how he like thinks about stuff like this now. He is always thinking, like, when things aren't going right, like, he's not just going in and just pressing shit. You know what I mean? Like, he is always thinking, like, okay, why that didn't go right, and try to fix it and do something different the next time. Like, if you want to be good at the game, you have to, right? And you know this, but so just take it one step at a time. So for this next trade, this was another thing I noticed here. So first off, let me ask you, why did you run up and use Q right here? Right there.
No particular reason, actually.
So you just pressed it.
There was no, yeah.
You're
there
sure?
was no reason for me. Yeah.
Because there could have been a reason like that, like subconsciously. Did you think Riven might jump in, or? I
was thinking maybe I can cheese away a level 2.
Oh, okay. No.
That's not gonna happen.
Nope.
Not against Adrian Riven either.
Yeah, so like that, if you gave up level 1 control, that's it. You have to basically understand that it's going to slow push to you for 3 levels. So now let me ask you something. Why do you think Riven's standing here?
Why Riven would be standing there?
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I'm unsure about.
Well, think about it.
I would assume that he's standing there because she's gonna hit level 2 in the next minion that she's gonna hit, and when she hits that minion, the minion that's like the closest to her is really low, and she hits level 2 and can trade me if she wanted, because she'll be level 2 and I won't be.
Right. So why isn't she here then? Why is she back here in particular?
The only reason I would know if someone is playing further back is because they're trying to play safe, or trying to bait something. So. Okay,
yeah, he's definitely not playing safe. So this is something that I do all the time when I'm playing top lane, especially while smurfing, is I give the enemy an opportunity to make a mistake. He is giving you space to make you feel like you can walk up right now, even though there's no other reason he's doing this. If he's doing it for another reason, then I don't know. But this is a very common concept. So it's like, by being back here, he makes you feel like you can walk up and auto like you're doing. But because if you're up like this, then he can just walk up, hit level 2, and immediately go in because you're out of position. And this is going to happen. And I'm going to show you what happens here. So you see what he did? He walked up, Q, or auto, Q to kill it towards you, because that was going to give him the level 2. And look, he is going in now. And now you're going to turn and auto him like this. Do you think this was a good...
Not a winning trade. Because now my shield is down for 20 seconds.
Right.
And he's going to slow push for the next few waves. And I'm going to be helpless. I'm going to be crying.
Right. Yeah, you don't have shield, so now you can't walk up for anything. So even though it doesn't seem like he got much from you there, he did. And this was you not respecting his level 2. You should know this is as fundamental as it gets. He's one minion from level 2 here. It's first minion on the second wave. You have to respect it. But it's kind of like autopilot. Looks like you're just not even paying attention to it, and now you're. Well, I'm surprised even. Oh, yeah, he did just use his Q. Okay, so now at least you're respecting him. Now that's what you're supposed to do. Also, what we're going to do is watch it from his point of view afterwards. He sent it to me, where he says I think he. Wait, what happened here? Wow, I can't believe that landed. Because to be honest, I don't like this. Because he didn't use E yet. And if he doesn't misplay, if he just E's and dodges your E here, then you're now in his wave, Yeah. So, yeah, I do think this was a misplay. it shouldn't matter too much right now because he's just going to push and hit level 3 like this. Yeah. He should crash this, maybe even recall. Yeah, that's what he should do. Okay, walks the wave in. Now he should recall. All right. So, fundamental check here. Now what's the plan? He basically did a cheetah recall.
He does recall. Or something that I noticed he likes to do a lot is mess with my jungler.
Mm-hmm.
And that is when I get kind of nervous and like I wonder what I'm supposed to do. Right?
Yep.
I find myself in this situation a lot. It's not just with the Adrian. There's a lot of players who do that, right?
It's a common situation.
And I have it pushed under my tower, and my jungler needs help. What do? Do I choose to help my jungler, or do I choose to auto all the minions?
Okay, so yeah, this is actually more simple than you think. Well, it's multiple things. So first off, when you have minions under your tower like this, you don't leave. You can't. You don't have prio. That's all it is. Now, that isn't your fault. Like, if you don't help when you don't have prio, that's not your fault. But if you didn't have prio at this point, then you have to go to the next layer, train of thought. Could I have had prio?
Yeah, I could have had prio.
When?
I had a good level 1 trade.
Exactly.
And in my level 1, I could have just kept up my grass proc by autoing the wave.
Mm-hmm.
And if he ever tried to like Q me, I should like hit back because he needs to like. I should not be in Riven's melee range for no reason, of course, right?
Yep.
But he'll have to use dashes to get on top of him.
Right.
And
so
if he does, then he can't really trade, right? He can't Q cancel.
Yep. So the whole point here is if something did happen here, if someone invaded Echo, no, you don't go to him. But what you think back to, okay, did I mess up and like should I have had prio early on? And yeah. So you did mess up earlier. You should have had prio and you don't. And that's the part that's your fault. And this becomes really, really important in like Challenger. Getting to Challenger, this becomes really, really important. Because junglers just play around prio. It's still important in this elo too. Okay, he actually does this. So yeah, you don't leave here unless it's like, so when there's only like 2 minions stuff like this and you did hit level 3, it's okay. Now you can move as long as how many years? There's only a few, right? Like once the waves trim down, you got most of the experience and you hit level 3, you can move to this. The problem is, I really doubt. Like first of all, wait, who's the enemy jungler? I don't.
Enemy jungler.
Yeah.
From memory, I think it was Kane.
Okay, so you have Echo, Camille. Does Riven have Ignite?
No, TP.
Okay. Oh, actually, okay, you can't leave here because the next wave's already here. Yep. So the next wave's already here, so you can't leave here. That's the next thing. But the other concept is like if you don't know where Kane is, and you have to think Riven's not an idiot. He's not gonna just walk up here and let you guys kill him. I mean, unless Adrian's this washed. So he's just wasting your time. Yeah, he's just wasting your time. You're losing a ton of CS. No,
Yeah,
okay, no, none of this. None of this.
I can't like I didn't know what to do. So
Yeah,
I
well
was
now you
very
know.
indecisive.
Never do this ever. This is like huge. This is like lose you the game type stuff.
Yeah, that's what I understood from watching myself play. It's like I shouldn't have moved here, but like I needed a second opinion, right? I felt like I had to do something because I already committed to the decision, right? But I should have just went back, right?
Yeah, it just goes back to, back to fundamental stuff. You have to understand that this game is a game of like chess in a way where it's like you can't, in chess you move a piece and you can't just like, I don't know how to fucking relate to chess. I don't give a fuck. Point is, you are in a situation where the situation is you have minions on your tower and another wave coming. Because of that, you cannot move. That's it. No ifs, ands, or buts. I don't give a fuck what the hell is happening next to you. You cannot move. That's all that matters. And that's the way this game works. You can't just like you can't just force things. For no, like, when It's not, it's not TDM. It is an objective-based game, even though you have shit, like the way Riot creates these goddamn champs. It is still an objective-based game. So, in objectives as in, minions, experience, gold, all that stuff. This isn't TDM. So, you have to play around waves just like junglers do. You can't, like, if your jungler is getting invaded, if your jungler is pinging you, thinking it's your fault, it's not. It's they have to respect your lane state. Does that make sense?
Right. I think I wrote something like that in the document too. I like get pinged a lot, and I kind of make them make the decision for me, which is like a bad habit I have. So
you need to mute all,
yeah,
for sure. Pings everything.
Yeah, that's something I didn't do. I should have done that this game. But so I was playing against Adrian and one of my close friends, so I was so excited. But...
I know that feel. Yeah. So like, I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna be straight with you because it's for your own good, right? Let's say I'm Adrian here.
Mm-hmm.
If I saw what you're doing here, I would be like, the enemy top might be boosted. I would legitimately say that because that is this what you're doing right here is really, really, really bad. As like I said, it can lose you the game. Just this right here. Because like you see your wave, right? It's slow pushing towards him. You've missed like 2 or 1.5 waves. That's insane at this point in the game. That's so much experience. The lane's over. The only way the lane isn't over is if his team trolls really hard and somehow gives you kills. That's it. Because all they have to look at here is, hey, look, Camille's wave is slow pushing. We don't have to do anything. She's bleeding this whole time. Right? All that makes sense? Brother?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
I was just writing it down. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. I'm just making sure. I didn't want to move too fast here. So, all right. So, yeah, you missed
a whole wave and
2
waves, actually, I think. Yeah.
12. And now she's back because notice he is playing around the wave. He pushed it, and now he's back for it. He didn't die. This is like, you have to remember, this game doesn't come around. To climb in League, it's not about playmaking, believe it or not. It's about consistent, low risk gameplay, consistent gameplay. This, what you just did, is the very opposite of consistent, right? It is as coin flip as it gets, but you're flipping a coin that you're flipping a coin that has like 20 sides, 19 of them say heads, one of them says tails, and you're calling tails. That's what that was, right?
Yeah.
That's something that just the odds were so small. There's no world ever that it's a consistent play to make.
Yeah, I agree. I guess it's also like that nervous factor I get like when I play against someone I know.
That's normal.
I wanna
totally
do
normal.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
And I end up doing worse. So
that's okay. So it's totally normal. First of all, I've been through that. My first time against Bjergsen, I got the shit kicked out of me because what's it called? Like starstruck in a way, right? Where you're gonna game with the person you've learned a lot from and stuff like that. When I played with Faker, same thing. So it's normal. But being able to, it's like calming yourself down. That's why I'm telling you, like, you don't have to make plays, and just like calming yourself down, knowing, okay, I don't need to do anything crazy. Just stick to the fundamentals. It's fundamental stuff. Fundamentals will always be like that. Whenever you're in doubt, you're feeling not confident in something, you go back to the fundamentals. And we'll get into all of those, but this was the biggest one so far. The way the like making a play when your wave's still pushing like that. No.
right.
Okay, good. You escaped there, but you can see something here.
My wave is really, 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 really bad.
Yeah, your wave's in a terrible spot, and of course, it didn't have to be because you should have been pushing this.
Yeah.
The whole time. Okay. So I assume you would know to TP here. Yep. Okay, so we went double Doran's Blade. I haven't seen that in a while, but I respect it.
I didn't know what else I could have fought other than longsword, and
Yeah.
longsword doesn't give me HP, so I was
Yeah,
like,
double
what will
Dorns is
help me
okay.
win? Yeah.
If it's gonna help you win the lane, especially in like a matchup like this, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if he's about to hit level 5. Yeah, okay. So I was about to say I would be surprised if he's 1 minion from level 5 and you literally just hit level 4. That's how fucked you are here. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's like the
I
lane
agree.
is already over.
But it's like something important that I wanted to ask you was like laning fundamentals, right? I have some of them, like I know some of them, right? But
Mm-hmm.
not all of them. I was wondering if you had like kind of like a list of what I should like be looking for when I'm playing fundamentally speaking. Because the champions I played were all like in a sense they break the fundamental. Like Riven, I feel like she's a champion that can break a lot of fundamentals. She can
Kinda.
trade into big waves kinda because she can stun the wave.
She's not
But
like Irelia type fundamental skipper.
yeah. Well, I play that champion too.
But so like yeah, like Riven's actually not even like Riven's always been broken forever. But she's not Irelia. She's not Akali. So like if I had to list the fundamentals at the top, which is kind of like tough to even list these because it gets a little bit more complicated than this, but I would say it's just like trading patterns, wave control, and like understanding what plays you can make based off of the wave, and based off the wave state, and recalls. Honestly,
Recalls, yeah, that's the thing I struggle with for sure.
yeah, recalls is a tough one. The higher you get, because you get punished real hard for not taking them. The thing is, that having a list of fundamentals can only, help you so much because, as we know, it's League. There's a lot more at play than just those 3 things. So right here, So tell me the situation now. So you TP'd back in after Kane ganked. You TP'd in because the wave was fucked. So now what is the situation? What should you be thinking about? What should you be trying to do?
Trying to crash the wave because if I don't, the wave's gonna be there forever, and if I don't, I'm also like Kane can just gank me again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in for a world of pain. So I need to really crash this wave so it bounces back to me.
So why is it good for her? Why is something like this right here?
Taking a trade?
Yeah.
Because it's for like the next wave is coming, and if I trade with her, it wastes time from me hitting the wave, especially. And she's gonna just TP back. That is her goal.
That's the big one. Is that she's trying to basically get as much health from you as possible without dying, so she can TP in with full HP, and then you already are missing health, right?
Yeah.
So you should really be trying to avoid trades with her and just focus on the wave. Now, she might make that hard, but remember, like if she jumps in with her abilities, like she's going to do this kind of trade. It's like a pretty common Riven trading pattern, this right here, where she just like jumps in. So let's see right here. Actually, so right here. So let's pause here. So you said you should be focusing on crashing the wave, yes?
Yeah, but I don't do that. I focus on trading.
Well, let's just go back to the first statement. If we look at this wave, where is it going?
Going towards her because I have more minions, I think.
You sure?
Wait. Actually, no. It might actually just come towards me because it's closer to her tower. And it's only 1 minion more, so I think it'll come towards me, no?
So there you go. Wave's even now. Even with that 1 minion, yeah. Even minion rule applies. So yes, it's coming to you now. So.
I don't need to trade.
Right. You are playing into exactly what she wants, right?
Right.
She wants this. She wants you to try and trade with her because she's literally trying to get health from you, and you're fucking the wave again. If you just... So this is what I mean by... Like, the way I'm thinking about... Like, the way high-level players think about the game, they're not thinking about... The best players are not so tunneled on kills. They're tunneled on the things that are going to... it's hard to explain, but like set them up to make the kills possible and easier. Not just like, see, you're tunneled on trading and fighting, but you're not thinking about her TP. You're not thinking about the wave. You're not thinking about what else? I mean, those two are fine. You have a ward here. Yeah, so let's just take those two for now. Like, you know what's coming to you, so there's no reason to jump in and fuck your wave and trade with her when she's going to TP back. But once you do that,
yeah, it's an ongoing thing.
but now she's going to.
Yeah, just recall, come back, TP, and she's so ahead in CS.
Oh yeah, the lane's already over.
Yeah, it's just over.
Yeah, when you made that play earlier, like I said, when I said that's a game losing mistake, the reason why I say it's a game losing mistake is because the lane is totally lost at that point. So, and laning phase dictates everything, especially in top lane. If you can't win the 1v1 top lane, it's a totally different game. So, yeah, that's why like that can be the reason you lost. Also, another thing I'm seeing here is you're just pressing Q. Why are you wasting any mana on CS right now?
You think that that would be a big thing that I should not do when someone's out of lane? You'd say I shouldn't.
It's just autopilot.
Probably it's like a fidget kind of thing I do. Something I'm trying to break. A lot of bad habits, I know, but...
Yeah, definitely a lot of bad habits. Okay, so this obviously much better for her, even though the HP seems similar because you now don't have your passive. And like, you think about what you did here. So let me ask you, why did you try to trade with her here? What's the reasoning?
There wasn't a really big reasoning, to be honest. It's just under normal circumstances, right? If I was even with her, it would be an okay trade. But because I'm not,
okay,
it's a bad trade.
Let's go from there then. So if let's say you're even, you're both level 5. Break down this, like the way I have been breaking down these trades. Mm-hmm. Break down how this should go if you're both level 5. In this exact same scenario, except you're level 5.
Well, after Q3, she's gonna... I can, like, buffer my Q2 with her Q3 and get a good trade-off, because then she's gonna E away. And when she E's away, I get my W, and then I back off. And it's a pretty good trade, I think.
Okay, well, so let's look what happens here.
She used E first. So I could have just held my Q2, because she's gonna just break my bone plating and get my shield at the same time, so it's a bad trade actually, no matter what I say.
Right. It's no matter what, it's gonna be bad. Because this was really smart from him, obviously. I mean, I wouldn't have even done this. I don't even have the Riven this was really smart from him. He knew what you were gonna do. Try to buffer your true damage Q as he was jumping in. So he shielded before, like as he jumped in, instead of to E out. But the whole point here, it's like you don't have to like be ahead of it and be like, oh, he's gonna outplay me like this. You just have to think, okay, he has shield. So if I walk up and try to Q him, he's just gonna shield it. That's all you need to know. You don't want to be using like your that's like where you get a big chunk of your damage. You don't want to be using that when his shield is up. Right?
Yeah. So
now he gets your bone plating, he gets your passive shield. Creep block, I actually think kind of fucked him there, but point is that's good for him. Okay.
He's gonna hit 6 first.
Oh yeah. Ooh. Okay, so that's how that works. Yeah, I forgot. I always forget. Yeah, so it's like he needs to stun you before your things hit the wall, right?
No.
Or is it
stun me as it hits, like after?
Oh no, it needs to hit the wall first. I can't see. I always forget it mixed up. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's as soon as you see the grapnel hooks like hit the wall.
Yeah, it looks like it hit it.
Like, yeah, that's when she has to stun, because otherwise I just like fly away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, she canceled that. Okay. Let me
and
look
I
at this real
stay
fast.
because
Wow, durability patch actually did
saved
work
me
here.
there.
Okay, so let's talk about this now. So this is a concept that is, there's a lot of stuff wrapped into this that we honestly shouldn't get into yet. There's some like jungle tracking type stuff here, but there's a very like fundamental thing here, and it's, so let's think about this. Let's take Kane out of this picture. Let's say you and Riven trade. She goes to, you bring her to this much HP. She brings you to this much. Why is that better for Riven?
Well, at that, she's gonna hit 6 first.
Right.
So she would just need to slow push, and then
And
I'm in lethal.
yeah, and she dives you and kills you. I'm sure you've done it to people. So knowing this, that even if you out trade her right now, it's good for her. What does that mean?
Sorry?
So even though you out trade her right now, or even though we know, so we just established that even if you out trade her, it's good for her. If you guys trade, so what does that mean?
It's good for her. That means I shouldn't trade.
Right, you shouldn't trade. This is important for 2 reasons. One, the whole, so you don't get dove at level 6, like we just talked about. Second is, and this one's more fundamental to top lane in general, and will really get you fucked, is when the wave is pushing to you, slow pushing to you, you really shouldn't be trading a lot. Because that, like, a lot of high level top laners will slow push, call their jungler, and you get dove. And if you're half HP, it's free as fuck, and your lane's over, right?
Right.
So like you want to have as much HP as possible. Like, so not only is trade, like, even if jungler's not here, it's good for, like, it's not good for you. But if the jungler is here, then you're extra fucked. So like, again, this is looking ahead. This is looking at the bigger picture. You're very tunneled on like the situation in front of your face, and you're not looking at like the bigger picture of the lane.
Yeah.
That is like what like the big problem I see right now. That's kind of applying to like almost every scenario. Do you like kind of see where I'm coming from with that?
Yeah, I
Cool.
do.
Because now you're in a lot of trouble here. Teammates are coming up. This is not actually something that you want, but yep, this is why. Oh yeah, I mean, you should all die, really.
We almost all die, actually.
So now this is the really hard part about League, and this is where you gotta learn that all of this is your fault, and you gotta hold that, right? Like,
Yeah.
this is something that took me a while to understand. I actually learned this watching a Camille player. Who was it? What was his fucking name? It was it was in Worlds EU West. He was from Korea though. I think was it Nuguri? He basically just like speed ran the EU West server when he was there for Worlds with like playing Camille. A few seasons back, I believe it was Nuguri, but I noticed that like the things he was doing, everything he did, like the amount of pressure, the amount of everything he did had such a big impact on the game, that I noticed that even when he was getting ganked and stuff, because he was winning so hard, it would still work out in his favor. So there's multiple concepts here. Basically, all you have to understand is your teammates are trolling. Them coming to your lane when you're like losing and misplaying, that they should never do that. This is shit that you shouldn't ever, like, you'll never see in like a challenger lobby. They will let you die here and they will go bot lane or something, because they should. Because when your teammates come to your losing lane, they're just gonna get turned like this. If anyone else is here. So, and basically the thing is, every little thing you do in this game can have a domino effect in like so many different ways. And that's why it's so important that you are doing the small things, like winning lane. This goes like, this gets complicated, but not really. It just your decision, like everything that's happening, it could be totally different if you did one other thing right. If that makes sense. If like, does what I'm saying make any sense at all right now? It's like so hard to explain this concept.
I understand to a certain degree, but like these little things that seem small, they kind of add up, and then I end up like losing the game because one, they generated a massive lead because I messed up fundamentally on a few things, such as like not maintaining my level 1 push.
Right, exactly. Look at this. Perfect. You understand exactly what I'm saying. Look, you giving up level 1 ended up you losing wave control all the way, and then you made that roam. Like, this is all just chain. Like, the game literally could have been entirely different if you just played that level 1 differently. The whole game could have been different. Isn't that crazy? But that's the shitty part, and that's the worst part that you got to hold with League. And so that's what like always frustrated me. Like, if I'm playing in Challenger, because this goes all the way up. Like, if I'm playing in Challenger and I'm playing Zed, and my teammates are kind of getting stomped, and I have a solo kill opportunity, and I miss my Q, and I'm just like, fuck. Whole game could have been different there. Like, if I get that kill, I could potentially snowball that, or like get lane priority easier, which could totally change the game. All these things can change the game. So, yeah, this is basically what's happening right here. Is just like I said, they should never. I said before we saw what happened here that they should never do this, and you should all die, and you all almost died. Because, I've seen it time and time again. I've learned the hard way. Your level 4 Echo is fucking running up here. I don't even know what's happening. And
Clown Fiesta.
Adrian is carrying the game right now. He's straight up carrying the game by just outlaning you. That's it. And he hasn't even killed you. But look how much like pressure he's drawing. Look at how his jungler can now play off of his lane, because jungler should always play off winning lanes. He's winning, so now his jungler has a lane to play off of, and look what's happening. It could be totally the other way around. If you're winning, you can ping your jungler to dive top, right?
Right. That
is like the really tough part about top lane and just League in general. Like, no matter how high of an elo you get to, you gotta win your lane if you want to climb.
Yeah.
So now let's open it from
Adrian's point of view.
Yeah, because
it's like his yesterday's stream.
Yeah, he sent it to me.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to.
Wow.
Let's see what he said about it, because he said the explanation of the game in detail where I found his errors or something. I think he talked about it. We'll see though.
Yeah, he explained that game really well. I watched it from his point of view.
Yeah,
he's learned a few things too.
He's sick. He's good at explaining stuff. Right, so let's see what he says about it.
She went Dorn's Slade, so she's ready to trade. I'm not gonna.
You see, look. Right off the bat, remember what I talked about? Where you have Doran's blade, she has Doran's shield. That is important. That changes things. And he takes note of it right away as well. Did you take note of the items difference when you walked into lane? Did you see what items she started with?
It's not something I pay attention to.
Right.
But now I know that it's something that it's really important, of course.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it might seem small at first, but it's like a big thing in a matchup like this one.
Mm-hmm. It tells you exactly how someone wants to play, and like what, like that gives them a different win condition. So that him and I both right away talked about the item difference. See what else he talks about.
I went Doran Shield specifically because when I do short trading like this, I want to make sure that I'm healing.
So he knows he loses the short trades, and that's what we were talking about as well.
I grasp if I should be trading him.
Mm-hmm. So like he's not going to touch on every error because he's trying to play at the same time. But I am curious to what he talks about.
Okay. Third wave's coming in. This one I have to shove really quickly.
See? So, you know, he's focused on the wave here. He's not focused on, like, how is he going to kill you? He's not he is looking at the bigger picture.
Even if I get ganked here, I shouldn't die. Should be very, very difficult for them to kill me. Especially since I went orange shield and I have my potion, I
that
can
trade
just pop it.
wouldn't have
So a
been
pretty
good
big
if he
wave, too.
eat the other direction.
Mhm.
Very.
I think he actually might have done that because maybe he thought he was getting ganked. So, like, he was just trying to get away, but... Okay.
Let's check what's up.
So he, instead of taking the recall, he went to here. If he doesn't talk about, like, you coming for this play, I'd be very surprised.
I'm just annoying him. Camille's losing minions in the wave.
Yeah, so there you go. He's already talked about it.
Camille's losing so many minions here.
Yeah.
Pressure so much. I should have just kept pushing.
Yep, because think about it. What happens if you push?
I get. Well, if I'm pushing right now, I get the XP and it'll still push towards him, and I can actually get a level advantage because it's bouncing back towards him. Or am I wrong?
Yeah, exactly. You'll be pushing towards him. You'll get a level advantage, and it makes him have to come back. He can't just fuck around like this and make plays on the map. He has to come back. Right? Whereas now he doesn't have to do anything. You're the one who's bleeding. So. Okay.
And
Camille's wave
this
is like looking really, really bad.
See?
lost because the wave.
He's said it 3 times already. You see how he does? That's all he's paying attention to. That's all anyone should be paying attention to right now. He knows you are losing by. He's winning without doing anything, and that's why he keeps talking about it. He knows, like, you are so fucked.
Yeah.
Looking really good for me.
Big mistake over there.
Wait, am I sharing screen still?
No, but I can see your
Oh, my bad. I'll share it on Discord, though. Oh, wait, I need to share application so you can hear it.
Do you fat click your potion? Yeah, I did actually. You caught that. I didn't even know I used it. It was an accident. Okay. I got the wave in a really good spot here. We shouldn't be able to kill her, so this is gonna be like a thing so like Kane can get form. I did it too early. We might have been able to kill her actually if I time my W perfectly. Because
Yeah.
she can't reach the wall.
I think they
But
actually
that's
do
still
kill
fine,
her.
because Kane gets form off of that.
I like how he thinks about
So right now I have a
how much
massive
it can
advantage
help his
against
jungler too.
the Camille.
Nah, fuck your jungler. Don't think like that. He's too nice. Like, no. Fuck your jungler. That you can't even, you know, to be frank, you can't even think about yourself right now. You're not even doing your things right. So don't even worry about your jungler. Trust me. Because that Kane, I mean, we all know Charismai. Charismai will come in here and tax the whole fucking cannon wave. So fuck your jungler. Trust me. Junglers are out to get you. They don't give a shit about you. They think this game is single player and the whole game revolves around them. Trust me. Don't get baited.
Okay.
But yes, Adrian is a nice guy.
And our team scales pretty well, so it looks like my early gameplay worked out pretty well. So here when she comes back, I'm pseudo like freezing this, but like the moment she comes back to lane, I actually cannot hold this. I would take too much damage. So this is fake. This is fake aggression. It's like a little knowledge.
You should be
check
nice
for
like
her.
Adrian. Fuck you, Ajaxi.
Fake aggression. That's something I've never
He
thought about before.
talks about the same stuff. Okay, I was actually going to talk about this earlier when he was at Scuttle, when he was like pressuring your Echo in the jungle.
Yeah.
Because he does the same thing to me in like the fighting game that we play together. He pressures me like that, but it's not real pressure to where like it makes me feel like I have to do something, but I actually don't. And when I start to panic and do shit because of his pressure, that's when I start to get fucked. So it's interesting. I mean, he always says like he thinks about this game in a similar way, but yeah, that is like, it's actually really cool. Okay. Hi, Bam.
Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna look for a recall timing as soon as I can.
When does he
I'll TP back
think
to
about a recall timing?
So he wants to recall. So there could be a lot of different reasons, like what recall time he's looking for. It could be item specific. It could be literally he's trying. It could be to the point where he thinks it's too dangerous. It could be a lot of different reasons. Because let's see what he buys. Maybe a Warhammer. I don't know what Riven rushes nowadays, but
You can go Warhammer.
And I shouldn't be
or
able to
you
kill
could
her
go raw
anyway,
damage
so we're
with
gonna
whip.
do. We're gonna
But
do utility.
since he can't really
Come
kill
back with
me, I
that.
think he's gonna go Warhammer.
okay.
Instead of going like pickaxe for more damage. I really shouldn't be able to kill her, so cooldown reduction seems a little bit better in this situation.
That was so clean.
Got her.
Can't believe they can't kill you here. Durability patch, kind of nuts. Oh, he was 1 minion from 6. You hate to see it.
Okay, so now I should be able to actually deny her these minions unless she didn't use her TP earlier. I don't think she used it, but oh.
Yo, Captain Buns, if you're here, can you message me on Discord? I can't believe this Kane didn't go in. Jesus. Alright.
I'll leave this wave there. I'm not gonna risk it.
Okay, so you know why he can recall here, yeah?
It's really good.
Can I look at the wave again?
Yep, there you go.
It's pushing towards him.
Yep, slow pushing to him. So
I got Nocturnal. I got
he's winning really hard, not only through, CS and, well, he not only is he winning through CS and experience, but he's winning in pressure, which is causing this chain, causing your team to make bad decisions, because that's what pressure does. Wait, what does he say?
It's really good. I got Nocturnal. I got Echo Flash, and she shouldn't be able to push this fast enough before I get back to lane. So.
Okay. Now he's gonna hold this wave.
I'm gonna pseudo freeze this again, so stop her recall for a moment. If she came in here, she'd actually be able to stop
pseudo
me.
freezing.
I don't mind losing that little.
Yeah. So what he means by this, if you don't understand, is he's freezing, or he's not. He's doing a freeze that can easily be stopped, but the whole purpose of it is to get you to stay. That's all. Because with that many minions, you can fight her, and you'll stop her, but it will make you stay for another wave.
A bit of HP, just for the wave control. Because this denies her a decent amount of.
Because you didn't
so
stay, which is a problem. Now you're getting even further behind.
Yeah.
So now you're just losing more.
She can't do anything about it. But
But
if
And-
she had stayed and just
from
forced
that
the
level 1, it feels. Definitely.
Yeah, exactly. And this is why I always tell people, I tell everyone that this game, the first 3 levels are the most important parts of the game. It will dictate the entire rest of the lane, especially at a high elo. When you're playing against someone like this, that will snowball every little
more
thing.
pressure. Oh, that's really unlucky. Worked out.
Also, she used ult in that earlier fight. I think you just hit level 6 while you were pushing this. And if you saw her freezing, you should have stayed. You had ult advantage. I think you even have ignite. I can't remember if you used it. But
if she had just walked in with her wave, I wouldn't have been able to stop it.
I didn't
wouldn't
have
be
Ignite.
okay,
I
well
used it when Nocturne ulted.
even without it, you had such a big wave, you got to walk your wave in. That's what he's talking about here. You got to walk it in because you need to know she can't kill you without ult into that massive wave, especially when you're going double Dorans, because now you're just bleeding more and more and more, and it's just getting out of control. And he hasn't even killed you, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Oh, I'm actually... Wait, did Captain Buns message me? No, let me see. Where's... Hold on one sec. Where? Is Captain Buns not here? Has anyone seen Captain Buns say anything in chat? Do I not have him on my friends list? Oh, I do.
He's here.
Oh, okay, he's here. Okay, cool. So Captain Buns, we will start your thing in a few minutes here. I'm just wrapping this one up. Oh, okay.
Nice
Wow.
interrupt.
That was
really
good. That was your first actual good trade right there. That was really good. So that is what I mean. So when we talked about fundamentals, right, we said recalls, trading patterns, wave control. That is an example of a trading pattern that, like, understanding how your matchup trading pattern goes, that right there is one of them. Where, like, this is a win condition trading pattern for you, where you can cancel like that. And, like, look, she has, like, nothing she can do right there. So that was really good.
So short trading, she wins when she's near the wall, actually. So if I ever try to go for, like, a trade, it has to be, like, a bait.
So now you see, he said, short trading, you win. That is something we talked about at the start. You win short trades, he wins long ones.
I'm gonna ping just in case so they know that Camille's here. Okay, now we're good.
Yeah. Over here, I just feel like
Slow
I'm
push
trapped.
until the game.
You are.
because of- yeah.
You can't do anything.
Looks like Kane is having a little.
There's
little
only
fight.
like one random play that happened, and I got 2 kills from it, but the game was already over by the time that happened.
Yeah, that.
From that level 1.
And that's what sucks, because that goes back to the other thing where it's like, okay, I finally got a kill at 10 minutes, but, like, if I was playing right the first 7 minutes, how would the game be different, right? That's what drives me crazy when I'm like,
Yeah.
when I would, like, try hard and try to climb and stuff, is knowing stuff like that.
Well, I learned how to like kind of review from this
Yeah.
session.
Yeah, that's definitely part of, like, that's a really important thing for higher elo, you know, knowing how to look at things. But yeah, we definitely have a lot of fundamental stuff to go over with you, or like to work on. But definitely a big part of it, I can tell with you, is just mentality and the way you think of it. Like, you need to slow it down, take it one step at a time, one game at a time, one concept at a time, and try to go a whole laning phase thinking about every decision you make. If you catch yourself autopiloting, that, you know, that's when it's like, oh shit, I'm autopiloting. Let me get back into focus, right?
Right.
Okay. All right. So I think we actually went over a lot of really good stuff here. Sadly, we're just out of time, and I have to.
Yeah, it's no problem. Thanks for the session.
But do you have any, like, before we end it? Do you have any questions about anything?
Not that I can think of at the moment, but if I have any, I'll message you. But for the most part, everything was self-explanatory.
Okay.
I understand that these small things that look small at the beginning are actually bigger than I think.
Yep. This game comes down to all the small things, for sure. Okay.
Bigger picture.
Well, yeah. If you think of any questions, hit me up. And I will see you whenever, because I know you have another one that you're gonna use. So I'll
Yeah.
see you then. And you have a good night, man.
Yeah, you do the same.
Peace.
Bye.
All right, Captain Buns, ready? Holy fuck, it's hot in here. Hi, ma'am. Hold on, let me show you guys something real fast. Hold up. Hi. Hi. Come on. Hi. 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 What's up? You're so funny. He always, like, walk. Oh shit. Yep, true. I was talking to someone about that the other day, where it's like I think it was yesterday actually, where there's no good practice tool, or like no training mode where you can, like, test these things. It's so fucking stupid, but yeah. Okay. Renton, you stupid dumb bitch. The fuck you just say? You trying to get shot? Mistype? Yeah, watch your fucking mouth. Okay. Nah. No, don't give Adrian respect. He charged me like $30 to use that shit. So he was like PayPal. It's pretty cringe. Damn, I actually can't type Zoe. Bro, you gotta learn. This is how you type Zoe in this stream. You know, in our set today, dude, whenever I get close to beating him, you guys don't even understand. He's talking like the whole time we're playing, right? And if I ever get close to winning, it's silent. And he just goes into this Super Saiyan mode, and then I never win. I got so close. It was 8-10. It was 8-8 at one point. It's so cringe, man. It's so cringe. Like he is like, he's trying to go as long as possible without letting me win, and I'm okay with it. Just accept your freedom. Throwback to when Mcbaze said Adrian was free on Guilty Gear. He is free. Bro, look at this guy. Look how... Do you see the eco? Do you see the eco? Okay, bro. Like you can't come in here in my stream in front of my friends and say shit like that. That's fucked up. Motherfucker. Fuck you, Krauser. Fuck both of you. Alright, Alright, and it's a mutiny and all my mods are turning against me. Thanks. Thanks for nothing. On mod queued. Okay. Let me do the next coaching session here. If you guys weren't here for the Outlast stream last night, I'm making hella progress in the DLC. I feel like I'm like 70% of the way or something. I might be able to finish it tonight. All right, Captain Buns, let's get it. Yeah, coaching a lot this week. Yow.
What's up?
Let me pull up your thing real fast, actually. Let's see. Learn how to lane. Oh, nice. Hell yeah. This is the good one. All right. Hopefully, I'll be able to tell when my opponents make a mistake. I identify when to trade. I feel like a lot of times I'll end up just AFK wave clearing autopiloting. So I feel like I really need my lane to be put under a microscope to see where I'm messing up. Sure. Yeah. Perfect. OPGG.
Yeah.
Pool party Graves. Let's see. Uh-oh. Graves abuse? Graves mid? Okay.
Yeah. Mid or top. Mostly mid.
Okay.
And if I don't get him, I usually dodge or try to get my team to dodge. So.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Let me see. Biggest pain points. Unless I get a lead, I usually end up autopilot and AFK wave clearing, so it feels almost like I'm coin flipping in a way. Yeah. Hope.
Yeah, it's like it just gets to a point where I don't know what to do, and I'm just like soaking gold, soaking XP, and then hoping that, if my champ gets 6 items and scales hard enough, then I'll just win.
Oh, okay, yeah. We definitely want to get that mindset, get that out. Let's just toss it out. Never think like that again.
I mean, like I feel like I can tell if my, like, I can snowball if my lane's like a complete, specimen or whatever. Like,
yeah.
I can, if they're just blatantly like screwing up.
Okay. Right. So, and here's the thing. Here's the trick. The secret. They're all specimens, including yourself for now. But we're not gonna. We're gonna make you a machine. So, so let me type in something here. Pool party grades. no. Basically, the point of me saying that wasn't to insult you. It was to tell
I
you
get it.
that.
I mean,
every-
I'm perfectly like, I get it.
Yeah, it's just like no one is going to play lane properly in this elo is basically the point.
Yeah.
So I think the best thing we can do here is just actually open up one of these games. What game here in your match history was a game where you felt like you like couldn't punish your mid or anything like that?
I was 1-8 against the Nivea. It was on this patch right there. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured that would be the one because a lot of Lulu players actually struggle with Nivea. It's kind of a knowledge check, I think.
Yeah, and like there's not a lot of resources for Graves mid for me to like, look up or whatever.
Oh, true.
And so I mainly rely on like talking to other Graves players about it. And a lot of them don't like this match. They don't like control mages mid.
Mm-hmm. Luckily, Nivea is actually theoretically, like in my mind, I haven't played this matchup in a while, especially with all the changes to both champs, but theoretically, this should be pretty easy for you for a while. Like in the first 6 levels, or the first 5 levels especially, should be really easy for you because...
yeah. I don't really remember a lot about this game. It was just like a lot of nothing happened, and then like, I eventually get Essence Reaver and I just like AFK push the wave.
Okay. Well, let's see what happened.
I think I got like 3-man once, and then, I don't really do much in lane.
Well, I just noticed something. So why do you go fleet?
It's just a like all around decent rune on Graves.
Yeah.
Like
when I
think
did a Graves mid grind, to totally learn him,
mm-hmm.
I came to the conclusion that, well, what do you know? Well, let me see what you're actually like building. Hold up. Do you go lethality? Okay, so
it's Eclipse, Essence Reaver usually, and then like lately there's a new build floating around where it's like Chem Punk, Eclipse, Black Cleaver.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, I guess if you're going that build, that would be fine. I've always liked Electrocute. That's basically what I came to the conclusion.
I've done like every rune possible on it. I just like Fleet lately because it's
sure.
I'm really trying to like I guess learn.
Mm-hmm.
I've never really thought critically much about lane. But...
Okay. So let's just take it from the top here. So Anivia, her level 1, she's always going to start Q.
Yeah.
And do you know the cooldown of her Q, or just have a general idea?
8 or 9 seconds.
Yeah, close.
Oh shit.
So I mean, no, that's close. That's close enough to know. Basically, it's close enough to know that it's not short. It's not like 4 or 5,
That's
her.
That's her.
Like her E. That's totally fine. As long as you said 8 or higher, I would have been okay with that. So
Cooldown,
yeah, it's a long cooldown. So that's the first part of the matchup. Second part is you're AD, she's AP. So if you guys trade autos, if you jump in and you guys are autoing, you're gonna kick the shit out of her, of course. And her Q is like really slow moving. It's actually, to be honest, like at a high level, you won't really see Anivia's landing Q without using the wall very often. So, but basically the whole point here is because you're AD and you're Graves, you know this, you're going to be pushing constantly, and you are just trying to bait out her Q and dodge it, and as soon as you do that, you have that long window. So in your mind it was 8 seconds, but now you know it's 12. Mm-hmm. You have like a 12-second window to just abuse her. She can't do like anything because you can straight up just kill her level 1. So baiting out an ability, if you struggle with control mages as Graves, this is like one of the fundamental concepts of playing against mages, is learning how to bait out a core, like a key ability from them. So you walked up and used Q here. Now this movement was good, but then she throws this, and I'm interested to understand like why you moved the way you did.
I don't really remember. I mean, I guess I just didn't react to it, and I was already putting in a click there.
Okay,
I didn't
so
really have a reason for it.
yeah, that's fine. So that makes me think, were you so from this point after you throw this Q, at this point, the movement, like these clicks, this movement, was this to try and bait out her Q, or are you just kind of clicking around?
I'm just probably clicking around, like, or I was thinking she'd walk closer for an auto or something like that.
Right.
Or,
And that's why when the reason why I asked that is because when you say I didn't react fast enough, that kind of gives it away. That like you weren't thinking about it, because if you're thinking about it, the moment you see the animation, you start moving, to dodge it.
Gotcha. Right.
So that's the way it's like. This is all like a mentality thing here. Is like so another a champion that has a similar like concept here is like a Swain E. Champions that have like long cooldown abilities that are like key to their trading pattern, to their damage. Anivia, if she just hits you with an E, it doesn't do shit. Hits you with Q and E, does a lot of damage. Swain, he has to land his E because then he can land a full combo. Who else? We'll just leave that for there because we're going to touch back on that a bit. But so the whole thing here is you should just be focused on trying to walk at her to make her feel pressured to throw the Q, but you shouldn't be. When you walk at her like this, you can see this, right?
Yes, I can.
Oh wait, Oh wait, my chat can see too.
It's
Okay.
like the idea is that's her one ability her one long cooldown.
Yeah, and the thing is here, so like you should be walking at her, like clicking towards her, but you shouldn't be waiting to see the animation, then clicking. You should be moving at her and then preemptively clicking this way, this way, this way. Basically, you're just trying to walk at her to make her feel threatened to throw it, but you're preemptively moving out of the way in case she does. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because if you try to just react to her, sometimes it'll be too late. Because, and like I said, once you bait it out. Okay, here's another big issue. So you got hit by the Q.
Yep.
That's okay. So now we can talk about the thing we talked about earlier, where I said you're AD, she's AP. So she gets greedy for another auto here. You just run away, but she's gonna get this next auto no matter what. So you should run at her, because think about it. If you run at her and she...
Yeah, I have fleet and I can
right,
chase her down. She doesn't have her ability up either.
Right, she has nothing left. So she got greedy for more damage here, and you did and you gave her exactly what she wanted. Now she procs electrocute, and there you go. So you can't. This is like a big problem in lower elo that I notice is like if you guys will start losing in trade and then not trade back, and then just because you get afraid because you're taking damage or something that's like kind of along those lines. Whereas like you have to realize you're going to take that same amount of damage anyway, so you might as well try to trade some back. And in this scenario, you can actually win it because you're so much stronger at level 1. All that makes sense?
Yeah.
Cool. So now that we know what her cooldown is and how you're supposed to play this, tell me what's wrong with this picture right here.
Because I'm about to hit level 2, or...
No, this is still the first wave, so no level 2 action here.
Okay.
It's okay.
Not
You can
really
think
sure.
about it. You can take your time to try to think about it here.
Am I shooting my Q? Am I...
No, you're not doing anything right
Honestly,
now. You're just autoing. So
I don't really know.
it's okay. So remember we talked about like your AD and like how she has one core ability and she used it, so it's on cooldown.
Right.
So if her ability's on cooldown, that's all of her damage really. Her autos don't really do anything, especially if you walk up and auto her. And she's putting her back to a wall. So you should be walking up, Q, and then auto. Right?
Yeah.
Because what's
That
to
makes
stop
sense.
you?
Yeah, exactly. Because this is like her weakest.
Mm-hmm. And look, she's not respecting it. You're clicking backwards.
Man, it's kind of crazy when it's like how long it is when when viewed like that.
Yeah, right. It's happening fast in game, but this is like, it's all about slowing this down in your head where, you know they have a long cooldown, you have to abuse it. And, it doesn't have to be right on the dot, but it still has 5 whole seconds left, right? So, like, you have so much time and she's just not respecting it. And, like, when I see you walk away, that's how I know that you're either not thinking about the scenario or you're not thinking about it properly. Because if you think about it, every time you don't punish them when they have an ability down and they're getting CS, they just basically, like, you can almost think of these, like, early levels in the situation like a turn-based game where it's like...
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned it, because it's like, I think in my mind I'm viewing it as like just that whole thing since she threw her Q, that's like one long interaction.
Mm-hmm.
But I viewed it like when she procced electrocute, like that was the end of it. Like,
Yep, exactly. So, like, after that, like, you can see the same thing happening again. Same exact thing. Watch. So, her Q's come back up. She throws this. You have so much time to dodge this that if you were trying to bait this like you should be by walking at her and then clicking to the side preemptively, there's no world this ever hits. But but look what you did. You tried to throw Q here. So not only did you not, like, respect that her Q was back up and not try to bait it and dodge it, but the way you're using your Q here, this isn't how you use Graves' Q in lane.
right.
The way Graves plays lane, to be honest, is like push and then you use your Q on, like, this wall, tower, this, sometimes right here to, like, catch when they're standing in this area. But this stuff, no, especially without your.
I feel like that's when I'm most awkward, is like in these parts of the lane,
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, when I played him, it felt awkward for me too at first.
Like, I feel most comfortable closer to the tower when they're in those positions.
Yep.
It's like the easiest, but.
And that's why. So in that scenario, like, you don't have to use Q. You can just bait out hers and then keep pushing, and then she has to farm under tower, and then you're in your win condition.
Right.
Okay, so what was the issue there? What's the issue right here in this picture? What's the problem with this?
I'm moving back and her Q's still down.
So even if her Q is up, look, her Q is up, and, like, it's okay to not know that because we're, like, pausing a lot, so it's hard to keep track of everything right now. But the whole thing is, even if her Q is up, it doesn't matter because you can E in, auto her, and then Q off the wall, and even if she stuns you, that Q's still going to go, and you're going to win that trade because she doesn't have her E.
Right.
So, like, this is just level 2 advantage, not using it. And look, she's not respecting it. She's just kind of standing there. Like, you're all the way back here. You're acting like she's level 2 and you're level 1. Right?
Yeah, man.
Okay. Okay. So I want you to see something here. Where you're standing right now has 2 problems. You're standing in a spot where you're right here. So if she throws her Q, whoops, like this, or actually like this, right? This, you don't have many options when you're putting yourself next to this wall, right? Because you literally do not have this option. So it's just like this.
It's like I'm boxing myself in.
Right. That's the first issue. Second issue is you are hugging a side of the lane, that you're hugging this side of the lane with no ward here or anything. So I don't know if you knew where Lee Sin was at this time.
No, I didn't. I think I just was hugging it because that's just so happened to be where my jungler was, and I don't know if I had to rotate to that or whatever, but...
So it's good to hug the side that your jungler's on, but you still can't hug blind because Lee Sin can still get here and just be sitting right there. So yeah, you're making it basically really, like, this gives me anxiety because I'm seeing a Nivea Q here, Lee Sin Q from the brush, and you die, right? So that's like what I'm... Okay, next concept. Nice. Here's another one. Perfect. Now that you have E, when you have a... This is... Oh, so like I said at the start, theoretically this should be very easy for Graves, this matchup. And this is why. You push her in. She should never be able to hit you with Q because of your E. And she can never outpush you because it would cost her too much mana. Yeah, it's just... This should be really, really tough for her. So right here, if you use E like this... So... Watch something here. You do this, and then you do this. Okay. So this scenario, you dodged her Q, but you dashed away. What if
I dash more aggressively towards her?
Right, so this is going to be like a mentality thing again, where you know what's coming. So where you're thinking, okay, if she uses Q... Also, this angle... So there's a difference between you standing here and you standing here like I'm talking about. Then she's throwing it straight on. Then you can dash here, 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 here. Where you're standing right now, what I want you to do here is dash in, but like this will clip you. So it's like... Again, this angle is just shit, but I mean, that's not even the most important part. Important part here is just understanding how your mobility, no matter who this is, Anivia, Syndra, Ori, anyone with a skill shot, you want to be using your E to go in as they are using it. So you want to be dodging and engaging at the same time. That's like the most efficient way to use it. It makes it so they literally do not have their ability, right? And so they can't kill you, and you're in your win condition right away. So if you were ready for this, knowing that, okay, she could throw Q here. If I see it, I'm going to dash in like this, Q off the wall, auto her. So both of those trades, this one and the previous one, when you hit level 2 and she was standing right here, both of those would do half her HP.
Yeah. That's a concept for like all of these control mages.
Mm-hmm. Every single one.
Yeah.
But when you do this, this gets you nothing. And like honestly, I mean, this is a 16-second cooldown. Hers is 12. I mean, yours gets reduced a bit, but you see the point. Like you need to be using that aggressively.
Yeah, because that just lets her do whatever she wants, because she has no like threat of me going in on her.
Yep. Okay, so now... So it's okay to use Q like this if you're pushing for a reason. Like if you're doing it to just push because you need to hard push. But like the thing is, you outpush naturally. So you should only use Q to do this when you need like that hard push, scenario. Because you do so much damage to the wave. So... Okay, now you're level 3. Here she... Look, alright, so it's very clear what's happening right now. Right?
Yeah.
She's out for blood, for sure. If she doesn't throw Q here, I'll be blown away. Oh my god, she just autoed. Okay, well, so... Okay, no, she was looking for something. So, now that we know what we know, how could have this been better?
I don't really know why she like walked up like that though, because I didn't know where Lee Sin was, and I don't even know if I was concerned about a jungler at that point. But I mean, I could have. Was my E up that whole time?
Mm-hmm.
I could have played it more aggressively then, like auto.
Well,
Q,
so
maybe?
basically so right here, when she throws Q, like you should be walking at her, ready for her to throw Q, and the moment she does, dash to the side, hit her. Now, next part of this. What if I told you, let's say Lee Sin was here. You easily kill him. Like, it won't even be close.
Just because I have like the minion wave and he'll be like the same level.
Minion wave, and you have to think about this. How much damage, if Nivea's missing Q like this, how much damage does she have left?
Oh, well, none.
89.
She just has her E, yeah.
That's it, and auto attacks. You're Graves. So you can block Lee Sin's Q, You have Ignite. So like you can easily just kite. You could use minions to kite out Lee Sin, or you could just to block his Q, or you could just kite away from Anivia and just fight the Lee Sin basically 1v1. But yeah, so if you're not trading here because you're afraid of the jungler, then I get it, but you actually don't need to be afraid of the jungler here.
I think it was like a, it's like a lot of things, because going into this matchup, I felt like it was already like a ticking time bomb sort of thing, you know? I was thinking like, I gotta try to get a lead somehow versus this character, and if I don't, then
Okay,
I'm just gonna stall the lane.
You never have to think that way. This game doesn't work that way. It all just comes down to punishing mistakes. And speaking of mistakes, so you tell me what was wrong here from both of you in a second. I'll tell you when. Okay, she's going to use Q here. All right. So you tell me what should happen right here. After she hits you with E, what should happen?
I auto her E forward, auto her, like, go ham on her, because she missed her Q, she threw her E, she's got nothing.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But let's see what happens. So, did you see that you gave her a chance to just walk away?
Yeah.
That means
like the thought happened like a lot, like too late.
Right. And like that's like a problem because of course, because like if you gave her a chance to just walk away here, and then you lose this opportunity to get a big chunk of her HP.
Yeah, for
which
sure.
is a big deal. So it's like you're not understanding you're not thinking in your head, okay, she has no Q and she's just autoing me in my wave and I'm fucking Graves. Like, what is she doing? Right? Like that is what you should be thinking.
Exactly.
Because this guy's a psycho. Look at that. One trade. I think was that your first real trade of this lane right here?
Yeah. I got all my abilities off on her.
And look how much damage. And that's without electrocute. So this actually probably could even been better. Let me see it.
Yeah, it's probably not optimal.
No, that works. That was good. And like, look at that damage. Just one punish. And like I said, you could have punished her multiple times by now.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Also, I do recommend starting Corrupting Potion on Graves because mana costs. Yeah, I always start Corrupting Potion because the mana costs are a little bit ridiculous. I mean, isn't it like 80 mana? That's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I take Presence of Mind, but I don't know. I never really feel like I have a mana problem, but maybe I'll try it some more. I just like Longsword because, it makes getting Dirk a lot faster.
Yeah. I mean, if you never have mana issues, then... Okay, so right here about level 4, you should be looking... Okay, there it is. See, so like, it's very obvious. So, even though you're not even doing it on purpose, I just want you to look at like how you are... Okay, so you walking at her like this, look. You keep walking up like this. This, right here, this is pressure. Like, she is feeling that you're walking at her like this. Meaning, she's going to try to use Q. It's like very clear when you're walking up like this.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, I don't know if you're doing this on purpose. I don't think so based off of what we've learned so far. But now that you know that you can pressure them into using abilities like this, now it just comes down to using E. When you see it. Sometimes, though, let's say, they're too far away to dash in. It's okay to just bait out the Q and dodge it, but let's see what you do afterwards. She's just going to CS for free. You see? So she's just CSing for free. So basically what I'm seeing here is, yeah, it's kind of exactly what you said. It's a lot of just going through the motions. You're not punishing. You'll sometimes trade. But yeah, this we definitely gotta focus totally on basically every single time. It's like you should break down the matchup every single time. So let's just use another example. What's another matchup you struggle with?
Well, I mean that I've played versus recently. I played against an Annie recently, but
Okay.
It's kind of the same issue.
Okay. Yeah. So
Just felt
Annie.
like she's a lot better.
So Annie, let's break down that. Who pushes harder, you or Annie?
Graves does.
Do you need to use abilities to push, or will autos work?
No, you just auto.
Right. So autos will work. That means you have minion advantage. Does Annie's abilities draw minion aggro?
Yeah, it's a single target, right?
Right. Her Q draws minion aggro. So that already tells you that matchup should be very in your favor. It's very similar to this one right here. Anivia can't outpush you. She can't really pressure you. Annie also can't pressure you because she's going to take minion damage. So if you push the wave, she's going to take too much minion damage.
Right.
So then it just comes down to punishing them if they do try to trade with you at the wrong times, like this Anivia has been doing. And you can also rush a Hex Drinker versus Annie. That's totally fine.
I think I don't even remember if I ended up doing it. I think I just went Mercs or something. But yeah, I probably should have.
I mean, you don't have to, but basically, the other part's more important. Just like you need to punish her the same way you try to punish this Anivia. Okay, what are we doing here?
Probably a ward or something. I don't remember.
Yeah. So, why did you put this ward here?
To look for the jungler that's not going to come from there. I don't know.
Yeah, it's okay. The whole point of this is to show you that this. Remember what we said. What's Graves' win condition in lane? What is he supposed to do? What's his game plan?
Pushing and harassing them under tower.
Right. So look, we're in our win condition right now, right?
Yeah.
But we don't use it. Look where she's standing. Easy Q.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, like, I always tell people in the gold to, like, honestly, I don't even give a fuck if you never ward. What I recommend is just putting wards in like shallow places. Like, if you're hugging this side, just put it in the brush next to you. That's it. That literally as far as you should go, because other kinds of vision hurts you more than it helps.
Yeah, I mean, I remember you talking about that in one of your, some other coaching session where it was like, don't let the threat of a jungler stop you from making a play or something like that.
It's kind of a similar concept, but it's just like you don't like I said, I don't even care if you don't ward at all, but if you're gonna want to ward just to feel safer, just do it in the side you're hugging, so you're not hugging blind, and that's it. Don't like overthink it and go for shit like this. Like this ward, honestly, just doesn't really do much for you.
Oh yeah, we have Scuttle Crab too.
Right, and so it's just we want to focus on the things that you like actually need to be improving on in lane, not your vision. Your vision's like way down at the bottom of the priority list. Like, so, and the reason is, so let's say you have a player that plays like you, doesn't punish in lane like this, but they ward perfectly and they never fucking die to ganks. They will not climb.
Right, because they're not carrying.
All right,
Like,
they're just coin flipping every game. But a player that never wards, but they're winning lane a lot of the time, even though they die to a bunch of ganks, they will climb. Because a lot of those games, they're winning the lane, and that changes everything. That leads to 1v2s, where you kill both of them, leads to just like a lot of pressure. Point is, you can see how much more important it is to focus on laning and not on like making sure your wards are good. Because that ward hurt you because you didn't use your win condition there.
yeah,
So
she's got CS for free.
right. So just try to focus on understanding, like how to trade and all that stuff, and wards will come down like way later down the line.
Okay.
Here we go. Yep. So I'm always saying here we go right before she uses it, right? Because like it's very obvious. It's because notice it's always when you get into a certain range where she feels threatened. Because Anivia, they know it's very hard to hit Anivia's Q when it's far away. It's hard to hit it in general. So when you get into this exact same range every time, she always uses it. So when you do this right here, all right, you're in that range. So you just need to know it's coming and then E to
React to it, yeah.
one of the sides, because it's very slow. So you can just E to one of the sides. You can even put W on her and just kick the shit out of her. Because this is basically, you guys are just stalemating, even though you have all this. Yes, I see this. Oh, pain. Oh, pain. Not only did you not go in and you got hit by it, but then you used W. That was the worst part.
That's a really low value W.
Yeah, so like, why was that W bad?
Because it costs so much mana. I didn't do anything off of it, and that's like one of my longest cooldowns too.
And like, what is it? Like, your W is
It'll,
used
like,
to.
It can help turn around ganks and stuff, but.
Well, it's actually used. It enables what ability to be hit much easier.
Oh, my Q.
Right, because it's a what is it? 99% slow, 50%. Okay, that's basically 99% in this game. So you should never be using your W like this unless. That's why I said, like, if you jumped in here, then using W is fine, because like you're slowing her and you're going to auto her a bunch of times with it, so you're getting value out of the W, right? But if your Q is up here and you use W and Q to try to land it because you were stunned like this, that would also be like, okay. But doing this with no Q and you didn't go in.
I don't really know what I was thinking there, actually. Like, oh my god.
Okay, if you're not getting ganked here, she's griefing, but you definitely should be getting ganked. This is one of those times in low elo. There's two concepts here. One, because you just trolled, you lost half your HP. If you didn't lose half your HP and they try to gank you, you kill them both. The other thing is, this is where, in low elo, you can't tell sometimes if they're trolling or if you're getting ganked. If you're not getting ganked here, this Anivia is just griefing so hard. Tell me you're getting ganked. Okay, great. Let's see how you play it. Oh, boy. Okay.
I really don't remember this.
Oh boy.
Oh wait, no, that's right. I get her egg, and
No, I would try to block this out of my memory too if I were you. Like, yeah, that was rough.
I mean, I repressed a lot about this game.
Wait, did you actually get her egg?
Yeah.
How?
I ignite her.
Oh, and she walked back into the queue. Jesus, these players. Okay.
Hecker him.
So let's look at this again. First of all, like I said, a lot of this was because you griefed right here and gave them half your HP. Otherwise, they can't kill you. This Lee Sin's actually only level 3. You're level 5. So you made this, I think you can tell, really hard for yourself. Because you can actually 1v2 them here quite easily. I guess I shouldn't say easily since you used W earlier, but because you're level 5.
And he's level 3.
Mm-hmm. So like, you went this way. Why did you go this way and not just towards your tower?
I really don't know. I think, like, in my mind, distance was just as good as going to my tower. I didn't think they'd go as ham as they did, but I guess they might as well have, because I made it so, like you said, I made it so hard for myself.
Yeah, because like, if you go towards your tower, not only is a new wave coming, but like that makes them overchase. If they overchase too hard, because like basically you should E away. Well, you should. This is how the gank should be played out. Grave shows up. I mean, Lee Sin shows up. First thing you should see is, holy shit, this guy's level 3. Meaning you're not in that much danger. So you should auto him, and then E towards your tower, auto him again. He is then going to have to try to hit Q because he's going to miss this E like he just did, I believe. Oops, fuck. I didn't mean to press that. Oh my god, I pressed it again. Brain dead. Okay. Yep, he's going to miss E like that. So now he's going to try to hit you with Q. If you can try to dodge it. If you get hit by it, it's not that big of a deal. Because like, if he goes into your tower, then he's going to have to flash out anyway. But, yeah, that's the way you start this. And then if they keep chasing, you can end up killing them. Like if Anivia flashes in, you can flash her Q and then kill her. You can kill Lee right now. Like if let's say Anivia's not here and it's just you level 5 versus level 3 Lee, you win. So
right.
And she has no ability, so it like basically is 1v1 right now. And that's why like you want to go this way and just keep that 1v1. Make Anivia flash in, and then you can respond with flash as well, something like that. But this was a gank where you should easily survive at the bare minimum. Like bare minimums easily survive, if not kill them both. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Oh my
Just
goodness.
Because of what I did.
Oh god, I don't want to watch. Oh god, I don't want to watch. Oh, nice champ. Oh, nice fucking champ. This fucking game. Oh my god. Nice champ. All right, so I mean, we already see like the biggest issue with I would assume this might actually be what you do. Do you do this every game? You just don't.
Against like champs like a Nivea specifically, like characters that have just as good wave clear as I do. I guess control mages, but I don't see that many of them. I see mostly like Zeds and Yones.
Oh, okay.
It's just this is like, I mean, it's the same concept, I guess,
Yeah.
where it's like obviously they're making mistakes, and you know, so am I, but like I'm trying to figure out like how to identify that, but you know, against like Yones and Zeds I don't have that much trouble, I feel.
Yeah, probably because you can. It's maybe more obvious to you like how you can just punish them with autos, whereas mages you have to like walk up maybe.
It's I think it's just, I don't know, the cooldowns that I'm not familiar with, or I don't know, but I mean, it could also be the players. Yone players and Zed players at the CeeLo are like always going for something. But...
Yeah, they want to press their buttons for sure. Okay, so as you can see, like you have no mana already.
Yeah.
This is why I always take Corrupting Pot on this champ.
Like again, it's like the autopiloting thing, because you know, I was pressing E on the tower to get the plate, and then I queued the wave, and it took me this slow.
Okay, here we go. All right. So now you're both level 6. Snare changes again. So her win condition is to stun you in her ult. See how you play this. So much pain. So much pain in my heart. What's funny here is, or what I don't think you realize, is she was fucking trolling. So look here. So she's about to level 6, and then she hits it, so she thinks she's like getting you with a level 6 spike, right? But then you hit level 6. So now it comes down to literally just, first of all, she can't even one-shot you right now. Like even if she does stun you in this, she can't one-shot you.
Like all she has is like mana items or something, right?
What does she have? Yeah, she actually has a tier fucking Sapphire Crystal. So thing is, you can kill her though. She has no flash. So if
either, yeah.
the way she should play this is she should put this down, EU, and then you will try to dash in to trade back, and that's when she will stun you, EU again, and then disengage. But she doesn't know this because she doesn't get punished. She's used to Graves doing this shit right here, dashing away when she's griefing. So she just throws it out like this. Imagine you just dashed in right on top of her. What should she do? Look at her abilities.
Yeah, exactly. Like if I just went towards the wall, you know, like I could chase her down. She's so far up in the lane.
You could even literally dash in right on top of her and get hit by the Q. But because you dash in right on top of her, you're not even in her ult anymore. So she has no damage. Like, it can't do anything.
Yeah.
And then if she tries to wall you, it won't matter because you can just W her. So, and then you just run her down. Q her. And you'll have ult too. Like, you just kill her here. This is a free kill she's gifting you. But you...
Yeah.
So
my items are so much better than hers.
That and your champion, just in general, this is your win condition. You can one-shot her. She has to keep her distance from you.
Okay.
Because you're like a very bursty champ. It takes her multiple rotations to kill you. You, because you don't run out of damage because you're an AD champ, you don't need multiple rotations.
Like no downtime.
Exactly. So why, in your mind, like why did you dash away here? Panic?
Probably a combination like panic. I'm taking damage. I need to not take damage. Not much complexity to it, but
Okay. So yeah,
I just don't realize how much stronger than her I was, you know.
And that's why we got to do some limit testing, for sure. You don't limit test like at all. It feels like so you don't know.
Well, it's like there was a time when I would go like crazy hard, and then I'd get like camped, like because I'm going.
That's
like,
okay.
Probably too hard.
Well, remember
I
limit.
think I wanted to like slow it down and like really look at my laning because I knew there was some problem there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like
definitely some problems here for sure. But
yeah, I mean, like there was a time I was taking electrocute and first strike and all that, going, full burst, and if I didn't, then I'd just like feed my ass off. But...
I'll show. So today, if like the new champ, I'm gonna try to play some games of the new champ today. If I don't get her, I will play Graves mid, and show you like what it's supposed to look like. It's actually a very like straightforward game plan with him, like how you're supposed to. And I'll just show you like how I abuse like the people I play against, because it's the same elo.
Yeah, that'd be helpful.
But
I said, there's really not that much like content for him. There's like 3 people I know who play him mid.
Yep. Shit, what was I gonna say? Fuck. I can't remember. It's okay.
Talking about limit testing?
Yeah, I think I was just gonna say that like if you went in there, oh yeah, limit testing. Remember, there's like needs to be a reason. Like the difference between limit testing and inting is inting. There's no reason to be doing what you're doing. Limit testing is like, okay, there's a reason for me to do this. Like I have a level up. I'm AD versus AP, and they don't have abilities. I have a big wave, so I'm gonna try to 1v2 instead of trying to flash away. Like that's a limit test. Inting is just like I'm just going in and trying to kill him for no reason.
There's no like reason. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So like at this point in the game now, this is where she's okay. Never, ever. This is like a rule. There's like rules in League, like don't chase Singed and all that other
Don't stand in a Nivea ult.
Never walk into a Nivea ult, ever. That is just asking to die. She should have killed you right there.
Yeah, I mean the jungler's there too. I don't know what was happening.
I don't know. What did she? Wait, what?
Wait, she didn't have Q?
Wait, but when did she use her abilities?
She has it. Oh, she's on the wave.
Oh my god, this dog. Even then, she should still walk up here. Oh, yeah, okay. Yes, we're definitely seeing the main issue here is just not... You kind of just trade randomly almost. You're not thinking about, okay, what can I dodge and initiate at the same time? So let me ask you, if you can break down these matchups easily. So let's take another matchup, and I'm going to have you break it down for me. So Graves versus... Let me think. That's a good one here. Okay, yeah. Graves versus Swain.
Okay.
What are the important aspects of that matchup when it comes to like how you're gonna control the wave, trading patterns, like how should the trades look? What should you be looking? When should you be looking to use E? Stuff like that.
Well, his claw is like his big. How he lands the rest of his abilities. Because if he lands his claw on me, he's gonna land his eye. He's gonna land his rake.
Yep.
He's weak pre-6.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how I trade versus him?
Yeah.
I mean, his wave clear is not that good, right?
Nope.
It's like especially early on, because they're gonna do like corrupting pot or some of them even start tier. But... And Graves is a lot stronger than him, so before he hits 6, I can really bully him.
So, for example, if someone asked me like, what's the trading pattern, like, how should I be looking to trade with Anivia, I would say, as the Graves player, I'd say, push the wave with autos, and try to beat out her Q, and when she uses it, use my E to dash in and dodge the Q, and start my trade, and all in from there. So, how would you do the same thing, but to Swain?
Well, I mean, it would be the same concept, right? I mean, I'd use my E to dodge like forward at an angle so I don't get hit by the return.
Yeah.
Then just harass him under tower as he's going for the CS.
Yeah, the matchup's basically almost exactly the same as Anivia. It's very, very similar. Pre-6. So now let's do someone that's a little bit different. So let's... what about Syndra? It's a little trickier.
That one's kind of one I had trouble with, but I guess playing around her Q is a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I don't really know how to play around that one, though.
Okay,
It feels like it's hard to dodge. But...
Well, let's start with the wave.
Oh, well, I still outpush her, right?
Yep.
She'd have to use Q on the wave if she wants to match it.
So you should be constantly
autoing the wave.
And then a lot of it comes down to some movement versus Syndra, where it's like you need to know when she's going to try to use Q and be preemptively dodging, like I talked about with the Anivia Q. But so let's say you're level 2. Syndra has Q and she has W. You have Q and E.
Oh, well, that should be easy, right? Because, like, her main ability that screws me up would be her stun.
So if she has Q and W, how would you trade level 2? What would you be looking for?
Well, assuming I had, like, the wave advantage, because I've been autoing it, then I could dodge her W with my E.
Right, so when she goes to pick it up, you walk at her. When she throws it, you dash in. Boom. So now let's make it. Now now you're both level 3. So she has stun.
Right.
Changes
then
things.
I'd have to save my E for her stun, right?
So this one's a little bit
trickier. Or
trickier.
trying to bait it out.
Yeah. See, so there you go. That was great that you like made that adaptation. Yes. So because her stun, not only let's say you dodge the stun part and you try to dash in, it still pushes you backwards. Like the E itself, even if she doesn't push anything into you, it will push you away. So you'll dash in, she'll push you away. So instead, that ability has like an 18-second cooldown. So instead of trying to dash in, that's an ability you want to try to bait out first. And even if like you bait it out and you get hit by it, those 18 seconds are when you need to abuse her. That's when you need to actually try to fight her.
Right. It'd be like baiting out a Victor laser or something, right?
Well, Victor Laser's more of like a poke ability that you can't really avoid. It's up to him to miss it. This is like basically this is to show you the difference between certain abilities where like some of them you can just go in as they throw them to dodge them. Some of them you need to try to bait them out and just try to dodge it first, and then it's like a really long cooldown, and then you go from there and like play aggressive while it's down. So another example of one that's like Syndra E would be what would be one really similar to Syndra E? Fuck. God. I'm trying to remember all the champs. Guys, what's an ability similar to Syndra E? If any of you have been even paying attention, you dogs. Condemn? Well, I mean, we're talking about mid laners here. ZW? ZW not really the same because Graves Graves can dash in when Zed uses W. Ziggs W? Yeah, that could work. Kind of similar. Still not what I'm looking for though. There's an ability I'm thinking of. I just can't. Alright, that's the one I was thinking of. Cassio Miasma, her W. If you just try to dash in onto Cassio, she puts Miasma on you, right? So like.
Yeah, I have to make her use it first.
You want to like walk at her, try to get her to use it, and then.
Make her react to me. Okay, that makes sense.
So yeah, it's just like there's certain abilities you need to bait out first because they're so important, and there's others. Oh, so LeBlanc E, that's another one. Jeez, I haven't seen LeBlanc literally in like 5 patches.
She's in the dumpster, that's why.
Yeah. But okay, so let's do. Okay, how about Diana versus Graves? This one's a little bit different.
Oh, I actually played that. Well, it's kind of playing around her Q. I mean, assuming we're both like level 3, or are we like level 2?
Yeah, sure. You're both level 3.
I feel like I have to bait out her Q, because if she lands her Q on me, that means she can probably land her E easily.
Well, let's take. So like, you should always kind of take it from the top. Wave first.
Oh, well, I outpush her.
Mm-hmm.
I can harass her on the wave too. She's melee.
So constantly autoing.
Yeah.
And then, then remember to take into account AP versus AD.
Right.
So if she's AP and you're AD, and you're out pushing her, meaning you have more minions. Even if you're not out pushing, let's say there's no minions at all, and you guys are just fighting each other, and you guys are 100% HP. Who wins if you guys land everything?
Graves does.
Right. Because Diana jumps in, and like Diana has more like a longer, like she's better in extended fights than most AP champs, but she's still not going to be stronger than Graves. So, you don't have to be very afraid of her if she jumps on you, but when it comes to her Q, the way you want to use your E with her Q. So if you are, if this is Diana, and you're right here, remember her Q is an arc. So
Yeah.
you literally you should be watching for her, and then the moment you see it, because it always comes from her right hand.
Right.
And then now you're on top of her and she doesn't have her most important ability. It's not like Syndra's E where it's going to like push you away or anything like that.
Right, and then she's just auto attacks and her W. Like.
Right. Like she has nothing left. You're just going to abuse her. So like you can win a lot of lanes literally by just doing this. By going in, because they are not like I said, they aren't used to being punished like this. And you can win lanes just by going in when they throw an ability without respecting that you have a dash first.
Right. Okay. Makes sense.
Okay. Let me move this real fast. And do this so it doesn't freeze. Let me see something. I want to see what happened in this one. Oh, this was versus Katarina. How is this matchup? How'd you do in this matchup versus Katarina?
I thought I did okay actually. I killed her level 3 or 4.
Okay.
That one was kind of a weird game. I did okay in lane, but I didn't really know how to translate that out of lane, and I kind of went for stupid plays.
Okay.
Like across the map.
Okay. Yeah, we'll definitely probably tackle something like that another time, since we are like focusing like purely on laning right now.
Right.
I actually want to quickly, before we wrap this up, I actually want to open up this Katarina one real quick.
Okay.
Because we just did a mage one, but I want to see. I have a feeling, my prediction is like you kill her at level 3 or 4 or whatever, but she kills herself. Like I have a feeling she jumps in and then you kill her.
That's exactly what happened actually.
Okay. Yeah, I figured.
She jumps in with 2 PTA procs on her in like a full wave of minions, and I auto her and ignite her. She dies.
That's what I figured, yeah. Because just like seeing the way you played the last one, it doesn't seem like you're going to be just like, pressuring her or punishing her like you should, so I cut. Oh god.
Oh yeah, that was Bard started Portal level 1.
That is interesting. Okay, so Katarina, look, she has TP Ignite, right? So no flash, and also look at her items. Dark Seal and refillable pot. So imagine if right here, like if I was you.
Mm-hmm.
So the way we just broke down this game, or the matchups, Diana and all them. If you broke it down here, just for level 1, how would you think about this?
Well, she just threw her Q. Or you mean from the beginning, right?
Just even from this point. It doesn't even matter like if she has her Q up or not. Just like AP versus AD, how strong.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the exact same concept. Like I'll push faster than her. I do more damage, auto for auto, and I mean she has no flash, so she's not gonna get away.
So, since we know she's AP and she's much weaker than other AP champs, honestly, like
Right.
Diana or something, you could literally just go in. That's it. You can just go in. The minions don't matter because she's so weak. Like she doesn't have Conqueror to sit there and auto with you. She
True. Yeah.
has a Dark Seal, so she has no longsword. So you can actually just go in and just straight up auto her until she's back at her tower. You could do the same thing to like a Fizz, because he's also really weak at level 1.
Right. Like 1 to 3 is their really weak points.
Well, yeah, like 1 and 2 especially. Like level 3, they can actually fight you, but level 1, like AD champions are very strong level 1. So like if she had a longsword here and Conqueror, I would never tell you to do this, because then she can actually try to like dance around the minions and fight you, but she doesn't do any fucking damage to you. You could have even started E and just went in with E. That's what I would have done.
I used to do that in like some matchups early, like a long time ago, but
Especially if you have PTA. Oh yeah, bro, you could straight up kill her level 1 right here. Because like I would have walked back to where you were like this, knowing she's gonna walk up for this, but I'm just like making her feel safe, and I just cut her off.
gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of damage level 1 if I was starting versus her.
See, like you're afraid here, and you're walking backwards when you can straight up kill her right now. That's what I mean, kind of like limit testing in a sense. Like against these AP champs, after you kill your first 3 minions, like don't hesitate to just try it all in.
Yeah, I think I'll definitely be doing that more. The more games I play.
Like see, like that would never happen. If I'm playing Graves, you will not see this Katarina auto a single fucking CS without taking something for it. That's what I'm talking about right there. Where it's like you need to see what CS she's going for, and you need to punch that shit. Because you are so much stronger than her.
Exactly.
If she jumps on this, she's a griefer. Okay? Auto. Oh, pain. So you see here how it's like so. The odds of her jumping to this dagger are so high, even though she shouldn't. Like, you're standing right on top of it. She can't resist. You have to understand this. She cannot help it. She has to jump to it. It is just, it's...
That's what they do.
Yeah. So imagine you just hold this Q here. Let her jump to this. Auto, E, auto. As she runs away, you Q off the wall. She's almost dead already.
Okay. Yeah. She has only one place to walk.
Because you didn't even proc PTA because you dashed away when you should never dash away there. You didn't land the second part of your Q. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and look. So why are we even running away right here?
I don't even know.
Yeah.
I really don't know, because it's a jungle Rengar, and I think I put a useless word top rush.
Because look how, like, if I was you, I would literally be standing right on top of these minions, be telling her, go ahead, jump to them, come get them, right? Like, you're gonna pay for it, but
I think I was like a little worried because I didn't have flash from the level 1, but that shouldn't matter if I was beating her up.
yeah, you can even pop a potion here. You have 3 pots. Pop that potion and sit there and eco her. She will jump in anyway. And then you just get free autos. Look at her. Look at her.
Oh
Look.
my god.
Like, you can't let her do that. Hit her. Wait, did you say something? I was charging my headset.
No, I didn't say anything.
Okay, cool. So, like, you go in here. Finally, you go in for something that you shouldn't go in for. That has yet to happen because you never go in.
It's like you said, it's just a random
Yeah.
time when I decided to go in.
Like, what was your reasoning here?
Well, I figured I had more health than her, And
I mean, I can't argue with that. That's a good place to start for sure.
so I thought I could just get an EQ on her.
Okay.
And,
So, what's
get
the
her-
problem here?
She has the minion wave.
Right. So remember, it's a process. Push,
Mhm.
harass
And
under
then, like,
tower.
make a play, right?
You are skipping that push step. Because, like, that level 1 is a little bit different because it's level 1, where you're so much stronger and there's only 3 minions left, right? This is a cannon wave. You didn't push or anything. You're just jumping into a cannon wave. If I'm her, I'll take this fight all day because I'll just stand behind minions and not get hit anyway. So, like,
Right.
you got to push first. It's like you're playing so scared, you're like giving up CS, but nothing to be afraid of. Oh my goodness. Yeah, look at that. Like, and this is with you, I think, autoing a minion first.
Yeah, it blocked my auto.
Like, it seems like you're not prepared for her. Like, you're not, like, ready for if she does jump to this to punish right away.
I didn't expect she would, because it didn't seem like a good idea. But
Remember what you said. These are specimens. We are in lobster low. We are in, like, we're in low elo. So anything can happen. If you're standing on this shit, you have to understand there is a 50-50 chance she jumps on that and she gets herself killed. So pop a potion right now, just in case. And then the moment she does, eat that ass. She is so fucked right here. Like, you have to understand, she has no minions to jump to get away. She has no flash.
well, after she does this,
You could kill her here.
jump in. Well, she kills herself, but
Yeah, I'm sure. And I hate that I don't. Oh my goodness. God. Oh man, she ignites. Oh, let me out. Okay, perfect time to stop. Perfect. This Katarina made us all a lot worse. So, you see what I mean? She even.
yeah.
I mean, what was she thinking was gonna happen?
I
Right here.
don't really know.
Who the fuck knows? What the fuck? You don't want to be in this elo with this?
Nah.
No. So yeah, we just need you to actually focus on. Remember the game plan. I'm gonna play a game of Graves Mid tonight. If I like forget, and you're like in the chat or something, tell me, so I don't
Yeah, I'll
forget,
probably be around.
because I'm kind of brain dead.
That's all good.
But okay, so I think we see here all the things you need to work on, and I think it all makes sense. Do you have any questions on anything before we wrap this up?
Pertain to that, it's a lot of stuff it's good stuff to keep in mind, you know. I think like you said, if I think more critically about these like matchups, limit test, you know, I'll probably learn a lot more. Probably a lot more fun too.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, like, you don't have to int, of course, but
I don't plan on it. It just sort of
it could happen, and that's fine. Like, I always tell people all the time, I'd rather see them int than do what you like. I'd rather see you run it the fuck down than what you're doing right now, to be honest. So, okay, so yeah, we know what you need to do. Go try to do it, and then you can ask me, like, if things, things should go wrong a little bit sometimes, and if you don't know why, you can always ask me, and I'll look at it.
All right, well, I appreciate that.
And yeah, all right. So if that's everything, you have a good night, and I'm gonna try to play that Graves mid game.
All right, cool. I'll be here for it.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Alrighty, bye bye.